Hey, it's Dr.C on ChiTV, and I am here with my very special guest, George Tausan. George, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I am thrilled to be here. This is a place that you made happen, and I'm wondering if you might share with us what it is that you do here, and let's talk about revamped fitness solutions.
We have a different approach to fitness, and we've sort of taken your boring run-of-the-mill program, and we've given it a new outlook, a fresh outlook. And what we do is we've made it out of program design for mixed martial arts fighters, and we can apply it to your average day person. We can apply it to a high-level athlete. We can apply it to a housewife that's just looking to get fit. Anybody can be housed, but what we're looking for is the right attitude, the right mindset. And that mindset that we're looking for is to believe that you can achieve, and then having the faith in yourself to achieve it, and then following through with it, and never giving up on the process. So when it's tough, and when it's grinding, and you feel like this is it, it's not going to work, you want to push through, and then the reward is going to be there at the end of the tunnel. So that's the attitude, the mixed martial arts attitude, to keep pushing through, keep fighting, never quit. And there's going to be the break in the round that you can sit there and assess, but then there's another round coming after that. The training style it's always evolving, so it's never something that you could sort of pinpoint. We take a person and we assess them, and then we design the right program for them based on their abilities, their time, availability. It's basically just the breakdown of rehab fitness solutions.
Now, you're a CSNA graduate, and I know that you have the head for the knowledge that relates to nutrition science. So how can you make your students aware of what you know? And is nutrition important for what it is that you're doing with your people?
We are a school. We're not just a fitness training facility. We educate people on how to live a healthy lifestyle. And the way we do them is it's almost like, think of it like bait. You give them an interesting program, you give them something fun to do that's not going to be boring and mundane, and you give them challenges along the way. And as they see the progress, as they see the results, then they're inclined to have a little more. What's the next step? And that's where we sort of bait people in with nutrition. And you don't necessarily want to revamp somebody's lifestyle right away because it tends to be overwhelming. For example, most people think milk's okay. Drinking milk's good, right? You got calcium, you got protein in there, but they don't know how toxic milk is. So when you have somebody come in and you don't want to completely tear their world apart, we slowly start getting them to phase things out as they're making the progress. Because the training, again, is very dynamic, so the body responds to it quite well. And then we slowly phase into eating. And then by the end of it, we sort of reveal that the whole point of the training was to get you to revamp your eating habits and your lifestyle and enjoy it and love it. And that's what the key is. Really, the eating is the ultimate goal. It's what I'm after. I'm after educating people on how to take care of themselves, as opposed to just giving them a program. Because when you start lifting weights and you're training great, you start feeling good, but it gets boring, and then the diet that you're on, it really sort of fades, and you relapse back to your old ways. Here, because you constantly want to get to the next level in training, and you want to get to those next stacks, as we call them, our workouts that are pre-programmed, and you're basically competing against your fellow rehab fitness participants, you're inclined, okay, well, how can I make myself a little better? Essentially, we're creating athletes. So the nutrition is the key. Without the nutrition, there is nothing. You fail quickly, and your body can't perform the way it's designed. So we sort of bait people with the training. So you get a little bit of training, you make progress. Okay, what's the next step? Well, we want you to add this in, and we can phase this out, so that by the end of it, a year or 2 years go by, somebody's completely revamped their eating habits without really, sort of realizing it, and they love it, and they would never go back to what they were eating before, because it was slowly introduced to them. It's like the boiling frog theory. This is the whole theory, how I came up with it. If you put a frog in a pot and you boil the water, slowly it'll sit there and it'll cook to death. But if you throw it in a hot pot, it'll just jump right out. So the idea is you slowly phase it in, and you take things out of their daily nutritional habits that are basically causing them to not progress. And by doing that, they will progress slowly. And then after a year or two, they're self-sufficient. They can train on their own. They're educated enough to understand why they're doing something, as opposed to just doing it because somebody told them to, their friend, their coach, their personal trainer, and so forth. So that's the whole goal, is educate people in the healthy lifestyle that they can accomplish. And so nutrition is everything.
What's your website, George?
It's revampfitness.com. You can also check us on Facebook.
Hey, man.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
I'll make sure
Our pleasure to be here.
Get that laundry to you, that bag of laundry to get you to come in.
Right on.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
Thanks.
Hey, this is Dr.C on ChiTV. Remember, there is no life without Chi.